Hi everyone, I'm here with the 2016 Jeep Cherokee Trailhawk. This color of the vehicle is in Mango Tango, and we're going to do a quick walk around of the vehicle and do an interior feature review, as well as an exhaust clip and an intake clip and a 0 to 60 as well. So going around the vehicle here, we can notice right away that this car has a few visual upgrades. We have LED fog lights, and we also have HID headlights that do not come on the Trailhawk as standard. However, Xenon Depot was the provider of these lights in the front of the vehicle, and they are 6K for the HID headlights. This car also has tow hooks in the front for off-roading performance, so that way you can get out of a ditch if you get stuck. The car also has all-terrain tires as standard. They are 17-inch rims that this vehicle has. Firestone Destination ATs. The car just has a very cool profile. It has a very sporty look to it, even for an off-road package. And the Mango Tango really stands out for the class. I think this is the color that you definitely want to go with if you're gonna go for this vehicle. In addition, this vehicle also has every option except for the tech package. So the price of this vehicle is about $40,000 to $41,000 MSRP. There are no aftermarket tints with the vehicle. Those are the stock tint for the rear and the side windows. Other visual upgrades on the vehicle include the Plasti Dipped 4x4 badging back here, as well as the Jeep badging and the Trailhawk badging as well. The car can tow 4,500 pounds as standard, which is very competitive for the class. Most vehicles cannot tow that amount, even if, in fact, a Dodge Durango, which is the largest vehicle FCA produces, can only tow 5,100 pounds with the Pentastar. And going on about that, this vehicle also has the 3.2-liter Pentastar V6, which makes 271 horsepower stock. But with the suitcase muffler delete that this vehicle has and the AFE intake, this vehicle is producing about 290 horsepower. So let's do a quick exhaust as well as intake video, and you can hear exactly how this vehicle sounds and the performance increases that this vehicle has. Alright, so now we're going to take a look at the interior features and the comfort access system that this car has. So with the key fob on me, this has a passive entry system. You just grab the door handle, instantly unlocks the car, and then you step inside the vehicle. The car has a relatively solid sounding door. You have soft touch materials all across the door panel here, including the side as well as the armrest right here. You have auto up and down for both the front driver and passenger sides, and you also have a faux carbon, faux aluminum door handle right here. You also have memory seating positions. You have a set button right here, and then you press the button that you want to set the position to for the driver memory settings. You also have your mirror controls down here, your window lock, as well as your door lock system. So coming into the vehicle here, you can tell it has very good fit and finish all around. Soft touch materials all across the dashboard. This is a phone holder system that will stick to your phone so that it does not fall off over big bumps. It has the 8.4-inch touchscreen Uconnect system as well. So this is also an extra storage compartment that you can add extra things into. You have a really large glove box as well with a dual, it's just one level, but you can fit the whole owner's manual in there as well. It is damped in addition. Has a very solid feel. And let's start up the vehicle here. This also has an aftermarket exhaust system that I mentioned. It is just straight piped. It basically eliminated the suitcase muffler, and this also has an AFE air intake system in the engine compartment that I showed earlier. So put your foot on the brake and press the start button to ignite the engine. It does a gauge sweep when it starts up. And let's make sure that the fan speed isn't too high here. Uconnect system allows for a heated steering wheel and heated and ventilated front seats, so that right away you can adjust those settings if you're getting inside the vehicle. It also has remote start from your app on your phone as well as on your key fob. So this is a really nice system. This works flawlessly. It has very quick response, and no matter where you are, it's instantly ready to go. Every source just goes very quickly. You have all your controls right here for your heated steering wheel and your heated and ventilated front seats. You have your apps right here, including like your Pandora or Spotify or iHeartRadio settings, so that you can load all of those different media sources into the vehicle. Your climate settings right here, so you can adjust them all digitally, but you also have hard keys down here that you can use as well in case you like knobs or buttons a little bit more. This car also has an auto start stop system, so this, when you come to a stoplight, the car will automatically shut off if the conditions are correct. You can turn this off automatically when you start the vehicle by pressing this button here to turn that off, and you can turn off the traction control system by pressing this button right here. It also have your emergency flashes right here and your air vents on either side of the 8.4-inch Uconnect touchscreen. You also have a full double pane panoramic sunroof that covers the first and second rows of the vehicle. And then right here you have your sunglass holder that is very sizable, so you can fit very large sunglasses in there. This car also has dome lights that are LEDs. This was an aftermarket option that the owner put on the vehicle for both the front and the rear dome lights. You also have your garage link system right here, so you can set up to 3 garage doors, including gates and stuff if you have a gated residence. You also have your system right here. You have your vanity lights that are lighted for both the driver's side and the passenger side. And you have damped grab handles all the way around the vehicle as well, even with this panoramic sunroof. It's a very nice option, very nice included feature that Chrysler FCA provided. This whole great gauge system right here works very well. It provides a very clear display, and overall, I mean, this car is a very quick vehicle. It gets to 60 miles per hour in a little bit under 8 seconds, between 7.5 and 8 seconds with the Pentastar V6 engine, 3.2 liters in displacement. This car also weighs an extra few hundred pounds more than a standard Cherokee with the 3.2 liter Pentastar because of the all-wheel drive system that comes on this vehicle with the Trailhawk model. So let's cover some of those settings right here. So right here you have your 4-wheel drive low system that incorporates your 2-speed transfer case to provide extra grip when you're off-roading. You have a rear locker right here that locks the rear wheels together for enhanced traction. You also have hill descent control right here that will brake the wheels, and all you have to do is steer, and you set the speed of the vehicle for descending a hill via the gear shift selector, and then in the display it'll actually show in 0.25 mile per hour increments the speed that you want to go at low speeds down a hill. You can also do that for level ground or hill ascent control by pressing this button here. It does the same thing hill descent control does by applying appropriate throttle to maintain speed and brakes, and all you have to do is steer, except this is on level ground or when you're ascending a hill. You also have different options right here for your media playback. You have a USB port up front here, an aux port, and an SD card slot with a 12-volt power outlet. In the center console here, we have different options. We have tons of coins for tolls, and then we also have different coin holders right here, 12-volt power outlet, as well as a USB port right here. Very large cup holders. The newer models of the Cherokee do not have heated and cooled cup holders. That option was dropped from FCA products starting, I believe, in 2015 due to a lack of popularity. You have an electronic emergency brake right here, and this gear shifter is very solid for the 9-speed automatic transmission that was significantly updated for 2016 to include better software programming. The other cool thing about this vehicle is that it also incorporates a manual mode that, I'll show you when I put it into drive here exactly what it does, but with the drive selection mode, what you can do is when you shift it over into the manual mode, you can actually, upshifting is pulling back and downshifting is pushing up. However, this vehicle, you would select the gear that you want the transmission to shift up to, and that'll show in the gauge cluster up here. So it says I have selected 9th gear as a possibility, and so the car will shift up to 8th gear in this mode right here, and you can just select the gear up to which the transmission will shift. It doesn't actually put it in that gear when you press it in the selector for the gear shifter. So let's go back to some of the off-road settings here. You have snow mode that dulls the throttle response, sport mode which enhances throttle response and shift points and automatically puts the vehicle into first gear from a stop even with the car in drive. Then you have sand, mud, and rock mode. In rock mode, the vehicle has a very sophisticated traction control system that allows a little bit of wheel slippage from the start, actually allows a significant amount of wheel slippage from the start, but as soon as the vehicle slips beyond a certain point, it grabs hard onto the wheels and the braking system to keep the car from sliding off of rocks if you're off-roading those situations. That'll keep you safe, that'll keep you from falling down a huge cliff full of rocks if you're off-roading. So you want a little bit of slippage, but not so much that you start slipping off the rocks. In rock mode, it also has a very dull throttle response as well. So it's a very sophisticated off-road system that adds about 200 pounds to a Cherokee for the Trailhawk model. That's how sophisticated this four-wheel drive system is. It is one of the most off-road worthy crossovers in the segment for under $50,000. In fact, to get a better driving unibody construction SUV, you'd have to step up to a Land Rover, which would be a significant price increase over this model. You also have auto headlights as well, and you have different control options. You have your automatic tailgate right here, your power tailgate. So you have a lot of different options in this vehicle, as well as an auto dimming rearview mirror. The only options this vehicle does not have is the tech package, which would include blind spot monitoring, forward traffic alerts, so that would prevent you from colliding with vehicles in front of you at speeds up to about 25 miles per hour, as well as radar guided cruise control and lane assist to keep you in your lane while you're driving down the highway. Alright, let's take a look in the back seat and go over some of the room and the convenience features back there. Stepping into the back seat, as you can hear, the vehicle knows when the proximity key has left the vehicle, and it beeps inside the vehicle to let you know that the key has left the vehicle, but it does not beep outside the vehicle. So that might be a slight oversight by FCA that they should include in future models. The back seats have very soft touch materials back here, and it also has the same exact door handles as the front doors. And you also have soft touch materials for both your armrest and the side panels right here, with your power up and down windows back here as well. So with the driver's seat pushed back considerably for a 6-foot driver, you have about 1.5 to 2 inches of knee room and plenty of leg room. In fact, there's a huge amount of space underneath the front seat for your feet. Right here you have your rear vents that will keep you cool or warm depending on the season, and you also have a full power outlet back here that's just like your house wall outlet, so you can actually plug in iPhone charger without having to get a port for a normal 12-volt power outlet that a car usually requires. This has a very nice center armrest. In fact, it is the perfect height for being on a good, comfortable trip. Your elbow rests very comfortably on this armrest as well. Headroom is a little bit lacking on the vehicle if you're above 6 feet tall, as the panoramic sunroof provides this deep lip right here for it to set in. So this cuts into headroom by at least 2 inches. So if you're very tall, or if you have tall passengers that sit in the back seat very often, I would forego the panoramic sunroof option, as it cuts into headroom considerably. So let's go over into the rear trunk area, and I can show you exactly how much room this vehicle has for storage and hauling different items. So then you press a button down here in order to have the power tailgate come up. Backup camera is just below the Jeep symbol. It's a 1080p backup camera that provides a very clear display. You have a Jeep off-road recovery kit right here that comes standard on Trailhawk models. You have plenty of storage all around the vehicle as well. In order to close the rear hatch, you can't press the button on the actual tailgate itself, because the tailgate might be too high for someone to reach if it's all the way up. So to close it, you just press this button right here, and and then the whole tailgate closes right there. So thanks for watching this review on the 2016 Jeep Cherokee Trailhawk. I hope you enjoyed this review. If you have any questions about this vehicle, please leave them in the comments section below. And overall, I'm very, very impressed with this vehicle. It's one of the most off-roady crossovers in the segment, and it drives great on-road as well. Thanks for watching, and have a great day. Bye.